All right, hello everyone. Welcome, friends and family. Only friends and only family. Um, Sorry, my camera's a little crooked. But we are working on the Polaris 425. After the starter failed, after the recoil failed, after the brakes failed. There's one thing I forgot to mention is that the brakes failed. So we got the side cover off. That's a demand for drive cover. Kind of like Too Fast and Too Furious or something. So this is a brand new chain and sprocket set. So we generated a little bit of, I was going to say generate a little bit of tension. I guess we relieved a little bit of tension. Wow, that exhaust, I can see in there, and it looks like it's a cone, but I kind of see melted fiberglass. I noticed on this muffler just the other day, there was some red silicone poking out. So I'm suspicious somebody repacked it. Maybe with insulation, like house insulation. So this chain's a little slack, and then the two front chains are about the same. You can kind of see there's a little bit of sag in that one. So to get at that, there's these exhaust clamp looking things. Go and zoom in on here. There's that bolt and the other bolt, and then there's a there's a pivoty thing, concentric circle, just like this guy. It's not oval, it's just off center, so you can, there might be a tool for it, but we just take a small pipe wrench and stick it in here and turn it till it's tight. So we're going to do it on the back, and then I'll have to try and do it on the front too. So this did really well. I was just looking at the shock adjustment here. I had Brandon on the back of this. Looks like we got one more notch to go. I see that the bushing is also completely shot. Just squeezing out everywhere. We don't have to address that today. But what we do need to do is we need to order parts. So right now, we got the chain out. We got a bucket down there. I'm going to see if I can set the camera up. Maybe a little left or a little right. So we're going to drain the transmission, and we're going to drain the engine. Right now, we got the drain plug. We got the socket on the drain plug, and here we go. We're going to see exactly what comes out. So as far as we know, like I said before, oh, it is water. Yeah, we would have had, I'm not sure where the oil's actually going to drain out. And we're getting oil everywhere. That sucks. I'm not sure where we're going to put the other oil, but there isn't really a designated drain area. You just pull the plug, I guess, and watch it pull on the floor. So I'll just grab some shavings and throw it on there, I guess. Or we'll just wash it off later. So we had a cup of water. Alright, I'm going to go on the other side and pull the dipstick and see if we can get this draining a little quicker. A little trail water coming over here, so probably half a cup or so max, and should be able to demonstrate whether the engine's free or not. Oh, it's got compression. So ideally we get some electronic spray and just spray the whole area out and get that nice and dry. It's pretty important. So that's that right there. So we got, so with that being said, in the words of every YouTuber ever, we're gonna cut the video here and move on to the next bit, whatever that is. All right, ladies and gents, we got our 14 millimeter here, and in this section of the video, we're gonna see exactly what's in this end of the motor. So this is the oil reservoir for the semi-dry sump system that this has got. So the engine crankcase is the engine oil pan volume is really small, and then the oil gets pumped over into the cooler as well as the oil reservoir. So this is where you typically drain your oil. And then if you want to go the extra mile, there's a drain plug on the other side that we pulled first. So here we go. Let's see how much water we've got. The other side had maybe half a cup. Ooh. It's got a magnet. Didn't remember this got a magnet. And it's looks pretty clean. You just stick it there. So this whole motor, I believe, holds 2 quarts or slightly over. Looks pretty clean, it really does. I'm surprised. Well, we didn't really pump. We didn't really get to crank it very much, but I'm almost surprised that there isn't more. Spilling it. I'm almost surprised there isn't more water. Yeah, so if we would have fired it up and got it running, we probably would have found out pretty quick that there was a good bit of water in the oil. I think it would have looked pretty much like the rear diff. Alright, I'm going to find a quart bottle or something to let this side drain into, and then we're going to move. I'm going to move the main drain pan over here. There, sorry. Struck the camera. Alrighty guys, we're gonna, this is this clip, and the other clip was the other clip. So here we go. Alright, next stop is the rear end. I mean, the transmission. This doesn't have a rear end, and if it does, it's full of grease. So we're gonna get the diff, or the thing, you know, the thing. We're gonna get that. Here it is. Milky. Oh, that is milky. Drain plug's looking good. All right. Let's go over here where we can see a little bit better. And look. Take the old look-see. Yeah, that's straight milk, you see. All right. So there's that. That's all the fluids drained. Well, drained or draining. But that's all of them. So, we will continue moving on. Guys, thanks for watching. Here, let me turn the camera around. That stuff is just so thick. It's crazy. This is going to take... this is going to take weeks to drain. Well, it ain't going to take weeks to drain, but like I told Leroy, I told him this morning, pretty ridiculous putting out a video and then calling there. Hey, you see the latest video? Yeah, I done that sunker in the pond there, Doc, and I apologize. Well, except I'm a Mennonite, so I don't apologize. So I try to sometimes. But anyway. So that's it. That's all the fluids out. We'll let her drain overnight. or tomorrow as well. It depends. I mean, right now we're getting snow. We're supposed to get up to 2 inches an hour in Tioga and Broome County for a total accumulation in my area of 1 to 3 inches. Tioga and Broome is up to 9 inches tonight. So that's pretty nuts. Hey, fine. We'll be planting garden. We'll be planting garden in 3 days. But fine, if it wants to snow, I'll go ride snowmobile. I got no problem with that. So we'll be out here in the shop doing crappy weather stuff like fixing four-wheelers and whatnot. So we'll be taking the starter out of this, doing some more work on it tomorrow. The three-wheeler, we got that to work on as well. But so Leroy has his schedule cleared to go four-wheeling this coming weekend. So we got to, get our plans together and hustle and get his stuff ready. I'll probably be taking TRX 200, and that's fairly well prepped. I might need to shift the rear to get the chain. The chain's a little, or the rear sprocket is a little crooked, so we might have to work on that. But I actually got a brand new set of brake pads for that today. It's over there on the part shelf. So yeah, we got tons of stuff to work on. So right now we're gonna go take an early night, and then I think once we have the fluids out, we might try to pull the torque converter cover yet, and then we'll pressure wash. I take the seat out and get this as clean as we can, and tighten the chains. And we got to figure out what the deal is with the brakes. So I noticed that the brake pedal for the rear brakes is all the way down, so maybe that was heating the fluid or something. I don't really know. I know I stepped on the brake way earlier in the day and it didn't work, so I didn't use it again. So I don't know. Somebody could have stepped on it, me or Brandon, getting off and on. So I don't know if that was heating the fluids, but we had no issues with the brakes the entire day until the very last hour or so we were out. The very last rip around the track, or around the property. I don't really know if we went around it or through it or zigzagged or circled or what, because I don't really know my way around there yet. So, but everything worked till the last. So we got to figure out if we had hot fluid, a broken line, or maybe even a broken cylinder. So one of the things we'll need to do is we'll pop the cap off, we'll add some brake fluid, and then we'll watch to see where the leak is. So all of those things are coming up, guys. Thanks for watching this episode. The fluid is still draining. Still dripping down there. And I might put a clip in at the end of the video here. Our backyard back here was all full of robins. Tons and tons of robins. Maybe 20 robins we can see from the back window. Maybe another. There's woods back here where the trees are, and the birds love being in there too. So there's probably lots of robins. I think they were trying to eat before the snow covers the worms, so because this is pretty unseasonal for them. They looked all fat and puffed up. I can hear rain running, but we'll be looking for snow. Right now it's supposed to be snowing. So maybe it'll just be a fluke, just like the last couple of snow events were in our area. So we are considering someday moving up to Tug Hill. We really are. That's an option. It depends. We'd have to have church family up there to keep our spirits up and keep us in the game. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you being here, and we will see you in the very next episode. Bye. Well, this is a pretty strange event. There's about 20 robins in the backyard. And then over here there's a whole nother flock. So we're supposedly getting snow Broome and Tioga counties in New York are getting up to 9 inches of snow. We're supposed to get, 1 to 3 inches here. And it's starting now. It's changing from rain to snow, but I don't know if the robins are here trying to get some worms before the snow sets in and covers everything, or what's really going on, but I thought it's pretty interesting. That many birds just chilling out in the backyard. I hope they do well.